The controversy and the Queen, who has just come out of hospital for preliminary investigations, has been dragged into a fierce political row by a French far-right pundit and likely presidential contender, Eric Zemmour. He's dragged the Queen into this fierce political row after he triggered by pointing an unloaded rifle at journalists at an arms fair near Paris. It's all a bit much, this.
Following the incident, Zemmour, who some polls predict he could make the second round of presidential runoff, later tweeted a picture of the Queen pointing a gun safely on a rifle range accompanied with a love heart. The post has since caused a major backlash on social media.
Well, for more on this now, we're joined by royal biographer Angela Levin. Angela, you're going to have to talk me through this one a little bit, I'm afraid. So, this guy's pointed a gun at journalists and then essentially tried to pass it off because it's OK because the Queen sometimes holds a gun.
Yes, but there's a very big difference because this gun is used by anti-terror police, so it's incredibly powerful and against people who want to, kill as many people as they can. Whereas the Queen's gun, she was in, as you said, an arms fair. It was all very carefully organised, and she just holding it. She wasn't pointing it at anybody. Now, he was laughing. He thought this was a huge joke. And he said, now who is laughing to the journalists who were there and saying, now you'll know what it feels like. And he is known to want to diminish journalists' importance. And he did that and came back and said it was a joke. But I don't think it's funny when you do something about the Queen and say that's a joke too. She's, as we know, very vulnerable. She is our monarch, much loved. And I think it's very serious because you should really give her more protection. I mean, she is protected, but she should be even more so because there could be some sort of lunatic who wants 5 minutes of fame and goes after her and tries to prove how clever he is with his own gun. I really think it's much more serious than it originally looks. And also the fact that the timing is very bad because the Bataclan trial has just begun and it is the biggest trial ever known in France. And it's about 3 groups of jihadists who went around killing as many people as they could in Paris. And they killed over 80 people at a dance there. Gruesome. Only one of them has survived and he's up for trial. But to do that when you've got a huge example of when all this can go wrong, encouraging people to think that things that are really serious are jokes. I mean, he shouldn't be in charge of a wheelbarrow, let alone sort of standing against Macron.
You mentioned, about the Queen needing protection, that she's vulnerable, but can you really apply those same rules for other countries? Obviously, this happened in France. This is a potential French candidate. They don't follow the same norms and behaviours and attitudes that we might regard with the Queen over here.
No, but I think that most people around the world do respect the Queen because she is so extraordinary. The British monarchy is the only monarchy that people know. I know I'm asked by so many countries around the world to talk when there is something to do with the Queen. I've been astonished at the ones who are actually very interested. They are. It's unique. It's not like an ordinary royal family. And because of her age as well and her very quick wit and common sense, they want her to be looked after. It is also in the mind of somebody who is not normal, someone who will want to kill just for the very sake of it. We